Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga, chapter 16, verse 3. We have already seen 20 Deivi Sampads. Now the 21st and 22nd, that is Tejas and Kshama. Shri Bhagavanu Vacham Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhihim Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihim Danam Dhamascha Yagyascha Swadhyayatapaharjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodhagam Tyagashantirabhaishunam Daya Bhudeshvaloluptvam Mardavam Hrirachabalam Tejashamadhridish Shaucham Adrogo Nadimanita Bhavanti Sampadam Deivim Abhijadasya Bharatam. Now Tejas. Swami Dayananda Saraswati quotes Adi Shankara here, who says Tejas means brilliance, not the shine of the skin. We generally see the face. Suppose somebody applies powder or some cream and then comes the glow on their face or body. Easy example is cine actors. When you see on the screen, their body glows. That is not the brilliance. Adi Shankara defines it as capacity to face difficult challenges with self-confidence. That is brilliance. That is Tejas. Swami Chinmayananda says, it is not the physical glow of complexion produced by good food and ample rest. It is also not the exterior beauty. It is the brilliance of the intellect. The eyes will show the joy of the heart. His love comes out from the depth of his heart towards all living beings. These constitute the irresistible personality of the sage. Swami Chinmayananda says, life is not milk and honey all the way. This is true for everybody, whether you are a householder or a saint. Life is definitely not milk and honey. If somebody says, no, sir, I have no problem, Bhagavan Krishna's blessing is with him. Otherwise, there will be one or the other problem, one or the other challenge. Anytime it can throw up any challenge that may shatter the personality. Generally, our true nature comes out in the face of adverse circumstance. This person shines through his mental calmness. The gold glitters only when it is put on fire. So that is the test, final test. Bhagavan will give that test. Let me see. So that is Tejas. Kshama. Next. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, Kshama means composure. If anger arises and you resolve it, it is akrodha. If anger does not arise in you, somebody cannot make you angry, then it is Kshama. Swami Chinmayananda says, it is a subtle boldness that is shown by a man in facing the world around him with an unruffled serenity, even in the face of most powerful opposition and provoking situations. Whatever be the situation, you remain serene, calm, peace. Nothing can make you angry or agitate. Saint Tiruvalluvar has written 10 verses under the heading Porai Udaimai. He says, Agarvarai Tangum Nilambola, Tammai Igarvar Puruttal Talai. That is, Mother Earth, however much you tease her, she bears all your atrocities, all our atrocities. We dirty the river, we dig the soil with sharp instruments, we cut the rocks and trees and do all types of nonsense. But Mother Earth calmly accepts everything. And in fact, she supports us in the same manner. This person bears all the insults or injuries made against him, meaning he forgives everything. Second one, பொறுத்தல் இறப்பினை என்றும் அதனை மறத்தல் அதனினும் நன்று. This is a wonderful saying. I think it is there in English also. Forgiving the mistakes of somebody, that is very good. Nobody says it is bad. It is very good. It heals. Everybody forgets the mischiefs done by others when the time passes. After 10 years, they will say, okay, he has done that. However, this is not equal to forgetting those mistakes and mischiefs done by the others. You have to move with that person as if nothing happened. In forgiving, there will always be a gap. This fellow said something about me. I remember that. You move with him. You have forgiven him, but it's still there. In forgetting, absolutely it is not there. That is what he says. பொறுத்தல் இறப்பினை என்றும் அதனை மறத்தல் அதனினும் நன்று. You forget everything. Then he says, இன்னம்யுள் இன்மை விருந்தோரால் வன்மையுள் வன்மை மடவார் போரை. That is, he is asking who is the poorest of poor? Who is the strongest of strong? The one who does not treat the guest well, who comes to his home, he is the poorest of poor. The one who bears all the insults hurled against him, he is the strongest of strong. Why? Because he ignores everything. He has reached that level. Suppose I say something about Einstein, how it matters. நிறையுடைமை நீங்காமை வேண்டின் பொறையுடைமை போற்றி ஒழுகப்படும். If you want to remain a perfect man forever, then you must continuously and consistently forgive others for the mistakes committed by them. Then he says, ஒருத்தாரை ஒன்றாக வையாரே வைப்பர் பொறுத்தாரை பொன்போர் புதிந்து. See, this world, even though initially it won't recognize your worth, it will not recognize initially. But the one who maintains his mental calmness in all situations, he will be treated as a gold by the world, in the sense they are considered as treasure among the human beings. The world will consider him as a treasure. You take anybody in this world who has maintained this calmness, mental calmness in all situations, his glow will come out and the world will treat him as a treasure. That is what he is saying. Then he says, ஒருத்தார்க்கு ஒரு நாளை இன்பம் பொறுத்தார்க்கு ஒன்றும் துணையும் புகழ். That is, if you punish somebody for his mistake, whoever it is, then you definitely get happiness, because what I suffered, this fellow is also suffering. We always do that. Sir, whatever I am suffering, no, I want that fellow to suffer. Suppose if he suffers, that will give you happiness only for a few days. He says only one day. பொறுத்தார்க்கு ஒரு நாளை இன்பம் பொறுத்தார்க்கு ஒன்றும் துணையும் புகழ். But if you forgive him for the mistake committed against you, then you will have happiness throughout your life. Generally, what he means by this is, இன்னா செய்தாரை ஒருத்தல் அவர் நாட நன்னயம் செய்துவிடல். He has said it in some other heading, topic. If somebody does any mistakes to you, you do not only forgive him or forget the mistakes. You go and help him. He will suffer lifelong. That is what he says. திறனல்ல தற்பிற் செய்யினும் நோனொந்து அறனல்ல செய்யாமை நன்று. Even if they do unpardonable mistakes against you, you don't do anything against him. Don't do anything against dharma to that person. You just leave him. Ignore him. மிகுதியான் மிக்கவை செய்தாரை தாந்தம் தகுதியால் வென்றுவிடல். This is again a wonderful verse. Why somebody hurls insults against you? Because his ego is bigger than that person. மிகுதியான் மிக்கவை செய்தார். His ego is too much because of his power, position, money, whatever it is. So he will hurl abuses against you. How to defeat that fellow? You can't defeat him. He is rich. He is powerful. Tagudhiyan Venduvidal. That is, you by your character, you defeat him. He has no character. You have so much character. Turandarin Tuime Udayar, Irandar Vai Innachul Notkirpavar. That is, if you forgive those who speak unspeakable words against you, even if you are a householder, you are a normal fellow like me, but you maintain your mental calmness, then you are supposed to have attained the stage of a sage, the position of a sage, because you are forgiving everybody. Then he says, Unnadu Norpar Periyar, Pirar Sollum Innachol Norpar Inpin. Again, it is wonderful. See, normally what happens when you do tapas, you observe fast. There is a Swami Dayananda Saraswati long back has said the observance of fast. Uh, that is from first day to Paurnami and Paurnami to Amavasya. First day you eat full, it will go on increasing and then it will go on decreasing. Some people observe that type of a fast. Some people go on fast on Ekadasi. Some people go on fast for several times. But Tiruvallur says that is all secondary. The one who endures the harsh words of others, it is far better than those who observe tapas by fasting. That is what he says. Before concluding, the famous story everybody knows. A young man insults Buddha, calling his names and insults him daily, almost daily. When he was walking through his street or road, whatever it is. Buddha never reacted with anger. He was calm and cool. One day he called that young fellow. He asked him, if someone offers you a gift and you refuse that gift, then to whom does that gift belong? The young man answered, what is this stupid question? Naturally, the gift will belong to the giver because that fellow has not accepted it. Buddha explained, the same principle will apply to insults. So if I don't accept the insults, they remain with the person who offered them to me. He said and calmly moved away. Then that person immediately got changed. That is the famous story. But why Bhagavan insists on Kshama here? Why should I observe Kshama? Why should I forgive everybody? I think by observing the Deivi Sampads, you are increasing your tapas shakti. Daily you are practicing this. Your tapas shakti is increasing. So if you do not have forgiveness, the tapas shakti will find a it is a way of expenditure. It will get wasted. You spend your tapas by cursing somebody. You will lose your glow, that is Tejas. Vishwamitra has done that. Vishwamitra, every time you are doing tapas, one or the other way the Deva sent somebody else. And then he will get angry. Then once he gets angry, then his tapas shakti will go waste. Again he has to start from the beginning. So first point is your tapas will be wasted. That is why you should remain calm. Second, when you climb up the ladder, you will face more bricks than roses. Normally it is even in normal life. You should not get troubled by the bricks thrown at you. You have to take the bricks and build a home out of those bricks. That is the second point. Third point is what I think is, you are climbing up in the ladder. One small mistake, you will fall from that height. Those who hurl stones at you, they have nothing to lose. But you lose heavily. Suppose you use one bad bird, you are practicing daily. You are following all the Deivi Sampads. But somebody is insulting you daily. One day you get angry and use one bad word. That's it. Every channel will be showing this fellow has used this word. Finish. Then you will be regretting throughout your life. It is not because of them you are doing it. What is inside comes outside. Then the next one, what I think is, daily one may face these challenges. Your wife, your friends, your neighbors, your son, daughter, whoever it is, unknown person, they will say something. Daily, it is a daily event. Whether you are a saint or a householder, they will say something against you and they will go and do their job calmly. They never mind what they said, they don't even remember. The one thing that agitates more the mind of a person is the bad saying of the other person about you. It will go on rotating in your mind. This fellow has said this fellow has said this about me. Idiot, he thinks too much of himself. This will go on. It will not allow you to think or do any work. Your entire time, maybe your entire life, will be wasted on this. This fellow has said this. Oh my God, this fellow has said this. You will not have time for meditation, puja, reading. Anything you read, that thought will only come. Hence, you should ignore everything and climb the ladder. Let him say whatever he wants to say. I know about myself. That is why I think Bhagavan Krishna says, I think Bhagavan Krishna says, Kshama is very important. Again, verse 1, 2, and 3. Shri Bhagavanu Vacham Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi Dhanam Damascha Yagyascha Swadhyayastabharjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodham Tyagashantirapaishunam Daya Bhudeshvaloluptvam Mardavam Hrirachabalam Tejas Shama Dhrudish Shaucham Adrogo Nadimanita Bhavanti Sampadam Deivim Abhijadasya Bharatam. Next Devi Sampad we will see tomorrow. Harihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana